Get in there, my son! Hey everyone, it's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United, a little Pigcast podcast action for you. A bit of a review of the football that's going on tonight. Manchester United, of course, battering Watford right now. Currently 76 minutes gone in the game. 3-0 up, 2 goals from Ashley Young, 1 from Anthony Martial. Happy freaking days. Not only that, this bloke's team are getting battered.
No, we're hardly getting battered. We're losing 2-1.
Loss is a loss,
We're
you know.
losing 2-1.
Loss is a loss. Battering's a battering, mate.
To the champions, like a couple of years
To
ago.
the champions a couple of years ago. It's been shit since then, mate.
Yeah, but it's, Vardy, Mahrez back to their best. What can I say? I mean, Tottenham obviously came with a goal there, but just over 10 minutes ago. But it looks like we're going to lose this one, and it's devastating, really, because we're a point behind Arsenal.
Yeah, and they've got a game in hand.
If this result stays the same, then they've got a game in hand. Liverpool can overtake us. They've got a game
You'll
in hand.
You'll be 8 points behind us.
Chelsea are ahead. So, we'll basically be 6th. We're looking at kind of 6th at the moment in that respect if Liverpool win their next game.
That feels good. That feels right. Spurs back to being outside the top 4. That feels right.
I don't think so. How can you say that?
For me personally, it feels right.
Anyway, can we just click on the Leicester Tottenham
game
at least, so that I can see if we got a chance to get back in this. This game obviously not being televised in the UK, not really.
92 minutes gone in that game, so literally just a minute left of stoppage
Tottenham
time.
only play up to the cameras. That's what it is.
But yeah, Harry Kane getting a late goal to give them a hope of getting a late equaliser. But no, I think that's it for Spurs tonight. United, on the other hand, looking quality against Watford. 3 goals before half-time. Ashley freaking Young, what a player, man. Ashley Young.
Very much so. Well, he's certainly been playing week in, week out, hasn't he, really, for Manchester United this season. Mourinho giving him his full-back in, and he has to be there for England. He has to be, because he's looking like a solid player that's playing with confidence.
Versatile as well.
Versatile.
Can play anywhere, pretty much.
You've got to have it.
Yeah, he has had a great season so far for Mourinho. Mourinho's given him the opportunities. If you look back to last year, it's like, where was Ashley Young? He was half the man. He was a shell of a man. This year, he's back to his best, and that's all thanks to Jose.
And
it really
in fairness, despite my, obviously, Spurs, affiliation... Allegiance. Obviously, Danny Rose, yes, he's played tonight, but he hasn't looked as sharp as he doesn't look like he's fully back from
fitness.
You're
saying Youngie for left back for England?
And if Danny Rose can't get back to the heights that he was at, and we've been playing Ben Davies, who's been doing a good job left back, but let's be honest about it. Danny Rose has not looked himself since getting back from injury. He needs to get back into that form. He needs to get that pace up again. Those killer crosses, etc. But if he doesn't do that, then at the moment on form, Ashley Young's the man for left back, is he not?
Plus, he's more experienced. He is more versatile. Maybe he's not going to be quite as good in terms of just being a defensive left back, but in terms of going forward, what he gives you going forward. I mean, he scored 2 goals tonight. He's been assisting left, right, and centre this season. I'm very happy with Ashley Young's performances recently, and Jose's the man that deserves all the plaudits for that, bringing the best out of him. So
very much so. So we've had full time at Brighton, Crystal Palace. Interesting fixture. Palace drawing, I think, pretty much their last 3 games. I think they won last week. Sorry. So Palace on a
they're
good
doing
run
good,
at the
mate.
moment.
They are doing
Palace
good.
Undefeated, I think. For
Hodgson's doing very well there.
Hodgson's doing okay.
Best at them. They're hard to beat. That's a Roy Hodgson team. Hard to beat. Good defensively. They've gone away to Brighton there, who are doing well this season. They've not scored, but they've also not conceded. So fair play.
As long as Crystal Palace don't sign Harry Kane, they'll be fine this season, I think.
Say that again?
If Crystal Palace don't sign Harry Kane in the January transfer window, then I think they'll be fine. Because Hodgson doesn't know what he's doing with him, does he?
Have him taking the corners. He needs his corner taker, mate.
Corner to Benteke, Kane to Benteke.
No, he'll be breaking the transfer record there, no doubt, trying to bring Harry in. But no, he's off to Real Madrid, isn't he, with Delhi? Surely. Yeah, and then Spurs will go back to being the mediocre mid-table Premier League side that they are.
Shut up. We've still got time. It hasn't finished yet. But
94 minutes gone on that game. Oh, shit. Watford have just scored an equaliser here.
Equaliser? What do you mean?
Sorry, not an equaliser.
Is it? In 1 second.
An instant triple goal.
That's it.
No, Troy Deeney with a penalty. That's what's just happened. So...
who's giving away the
3-1, not an equaliser. What the fuck am I on about?
It was Young's giving away the penalty, isn't it?
That's the thing, we were watching it on a stream, but it's just completely buckled, so we're currently watching the updates come through on the BBC Sport website, proper ghetto.
That's it. And by the time you're watching this, I'm sure you probably know these results anyway, so we're not really helping you. But there we go.
Hey, what's going on in the Leicester-Tottenham game? 90 minutes plus 5?
Yeah, well,
what's going on?
Lots
Bit of Sir Alex Ferguson
let's just quickly,
action on the go.
Just go back to Brighton Palace. So, I mean, Brighton having a good first season. Chris Hughes, what a fantastic... Chris Hughton, sorry. There's a mix of Sparky and
That's
Chris
fine,
Hughton.
yeah. Mark Hughes.
Chris Hughton there. But
hybrid.
No, Hughton. Yeah, hybrid. But yeah, fantastic job he's doing with Brighton. I do not understand why Newcastle sacked him back in the day and got Pardew in at the time. Although Pardew did well, did okay, let's say, for Newcastle. I think Houghton's always been a great manager.
Didn't Houghton have a mare with Norwich City though? I can't remember what happened now. Did they sack him prematurely as well?
Yeah,
I can't remember. I've got in my head he had a fat mare with Norwich, but I don't know, mate.
Great with Norwich, but obviously he's done well with Brighton. And, you know, they're looking good.
Yes! Full time in the Leicester City Spurs game, mate! United 8 points. 8 points ahead of Spurs right now.
Let's just shelve that for a second.
Oh, yeah, let's just shelve
Palace. So, okay, so...
Tottenham are shit, mate.
Are both those teams going to stay in the Premier League this season?
Yes, I do think they both will, yeah.
Yeah. Where would you predict Brighton to finish?
Oh, I don't know. Somewhere between 17th and 10th.
10th and 17th.
Somewhere between 10th and 17th. I'm generalising,
So you've got to just give me a number.
16th and 17th.
16th then. That's two numbers, 16th and 17th.
That's what I'm saying, Brighton and Crystal Palace.
Oh, so which one which?
I don't give a shit, mate. What a stupid fucking question. What a stupid fucking question.
What is a stupid question?
Who gives a shit? I've just said, yeah, they're going to stay up. It doesn't matter if they finish 17th or 7th, does it? They're staying up. It means nothing.
Yeah, but I'd just like to know.
What a Spurs mentality. What a fucking Spurs mentality.
You should, as a proper pundit, I should be able to get you a fucking piece of paper and you should be able to write 1 to 20 of what your prediction is for the end of the season.
Oh, yeah.
That's what people out there want to listen to, and that's what you
should
do.
See, look what you've done. You've dropped the fucking phone on the floor.
You've already broken one phone today.
I know I've broken one phone today. This is a backup. Don't do this to me. So
all
yeah, careful with your movements there, mate.
You just need to find a car boot, isn't it? Because that's what you do. He's done it twice now. Smashed his phone in car boots.
It's easily done, you know. You take your mind off the thing. I was thinking about Spurs losing tonight against Leicester at the time, so it had me distracted. But anyway, no, Spurs are shit, mate. They're having a mare, aren't they? They're shit. All this chat about Spurs, they look better than ever. They got the best youthful team, the future of England, all this malarkey. They're still 8 points behind Mourinho's United at the moment. 8 points. It's not even Christmas yet, mate.
We've had a little bad run, haven't we, these last few games? But just don't knee-jerk react like that. Leicester were champions a couple of seasons ago. Vardy, Mahrez on point for goal this evening.
And they were champions tonight as well.
Bottom line, you know, they still have the ability. If they won the Premier League, that's 38 games during a season.
If I were you, I'd calm down, mate, because Leicester are only 7 points behind you at the moment. So who knows, they might finish above you.
That's not going to happen.
Just looking at the league table.
You know, they've had a good evening. They were at home. You know, not a good night for Tottenham. But these matches happen. Should I make you remember Huddersfield? Should we talk about Huddersfield?
If you want, but we're currently 5 points behind City, who are looking unbelievable. We are still in with a chance of winning this Premier League title.
City will win their next game, like they always do,
okay.
and they'll be 40,
and then they'll be
8 points behind.
8 points ahead. Yeah, okay, but then we've still got to play them as a long part left of the season. Anything can happen, but yeah, I don't really see beyond City at the moment. Guardiola's got to play unreal.
Good this evening. Leicester, where do you predict Leicester to finish and Tottenham to finish then on this?
Leicester, I'm going to say 10th. They're currently sat in 9th.
Thank you for giving me a number.
Yeah, well, there you go. Just a rough number, mate. Somewhere between 15th and 5th.
10th. Okay, we'll go with 10th.
Spurs, I see them finishing... I do see them actually finishing in the top 4. I'm going to give you 4th. I know they're currently behind Arsenal. I know there's a point in it, and Arsenal do have a game in hand. It's early days. I think Spurs at this moment in time are a better team than Arsenal.
Do you think Arsenal will drop out then, yeah? So
I do.
You're saying Tottenham 4th, Chelsea 3rd, United 2nd, City 1st. Would you go with that?
I'm going to go with that right now, yeah. Unfortunately, I think United, although we can win games, we don't look as good as City. We're not scoring as freely. We are conceding. We are having the odd slip-up in result here and there. There's still a long part left of the season, of course, but... From what I've seen, I think City are going to just cruise it this season, unfortunately. But United, we snap it at their heels. We can be right in it with a shot, which is something I don't think Tottenham can do now, even though it's very early, to be 8 points behind United, who are then 8 points behind City if they win their game in hand. How are Spurs going to mount a challenge for the trophy?
I totally agree.
No way.
I think even before this evening's result, I didn't see us in the title challenge at all.
Oh shit, Watford have scored another one! Oh, 84 minutes, Decore scored! Decore, fuck!
Come on, Watford. Right,
Holy shit, 5 minutes left of the game. Hang on, I've got to see if I can get the stream back in this. Don't make any sudden movements,
because you're interested
you know
now,
what's going to happen.
Because you're interested.
No, because the stream was buckling here, weren't it? This is absolutely fantastic.
This is silver. This is, a lot of talk recently comparing, obviously, just because they're Portuguese, comparing the two geezers, Mourinho and Silva. And, a lot of talk about Silva recently going to Everton. Doesn't look like that's going to materialise. I think they're taking the Shakhtar Donetsk manager. Odds on that geezer shortened vastly. I can't remember what his name is now, but yeah, he manages Shakhtar Donetsk. He's another Portuguese.
All right,
gent.
All right.
Right.
Why would they go for him over somebody who's
quite a sexy
got Premier League experience?
Wouldn't it? But not really the right.
It's a risk,
decision.
Mate. It's a risk, yeah.
Is it?
It's a fucking risk.
It sounds just like the fashionable, nice Gucci handbag choice, but that's not what you need when you're in a zombie fight. That's true, isn't it? A nice item.
You need a baseball bat
need a different
with
sort
fucking
of
barbed
item.
wire wrapped around it in a zombie fight. Do you know what I mean?
Very much so. Very much so. You only want that nice handbag when you're kind of top four, isn't it? Like, look, I'm better than you.
That's it. Otherwise, you want like a proper Bear Grylls army issue backpack. Do you know what I mean?
Devil wears Pogba.
But yeah.
Devil wears Pogba.
Oh, get in there, my son. Jesse Lingard's popped up at the end there just to secure it for Manchester United. 4-2 to Manchester United at 86 minutes gone, and I can't find the fucking stream for it. But either way, that's it now. I think I was a little bit worried about that because obviously Manchester United, we have crumbled towards the end of games in the last few years. And I was thinking maybe Watford could just mount an upset there, but they haven't, because Lingard's gone up the other end and scored, made it 4-2 to Manchester United. Maybe they're still in with a shout, but I think that is the game done and dusted now. Oh, happy days. We needed that. We need to get the momentum going a little bit. We had a bit of a blip also. We need to put that behind us, get going. I'm a little bit concerned about Romelu Lukaku dipping form in terms of goal scoring. He's not scored for a little while, has he? And he had such a great start.
Starting with Ibrahimovic next game? That's the question for United.
It's a tough one. I think our next two games after this one are City and Arsenal. So, I mean, I personally...
Would you stick Zlatan in at the moment?
I personally would keep both of them on. I would have Zlatan and Lukaku.
I would. Mad?
What's mad about that?
You are mad.
What is mad about that?
That's absolutely stupid.
Two beasts up top there.
Two beasts.
I play a 4-4-2. We're playing 4-4-2.
That's Mourinho doesn't play like that. It's not going to happen, is it?
No, I agree with you, mate. I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're going to basically mostly see either one or the other on the pitch at any given time, and the other one maybe coming on as a sub at the latter parts in the games, and then rotating game to game, dependent on form. But then, Is Mourinho going to take Lukaku out of the team? Or will he just bring Ibrahimovic on at certain times in certain games?
I really don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see Lukaku start from the bench over one of the next couple of games, because why not? All it's going to do is just give him a kick up the arse, if anything, or it's going to rest him, innit? Let him have a bit of mind time to think, well, how do I start scoring
again? It's just
not
working, mate, the stream, but yeah. I mean, we haven't seen too much of the game tonight, which is unfortunate, because obviously I'd like to give you more of an opinion. But Ashley Young, obviously, quality, getting a couple of goals there. In terms of Romelu Lukaku, I just don't really know how he's actually done tonight, which is not good.
I think it's important for United to start with Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
And Zlatan's just come on the pitch, as you say, for the goal scorer, Jesse Lingard. 88 minutes gone.
He needs to come on. He needs to start a game just to get that kind of approval from Mourinho. You're good enough to start for me.
100%.
He needs that.
Do you think Sweden? I've got a proper Swedish there. Do you think Sweden should get Zlatan back in their side for the World Cup?
100%.
Yeah, 100%. He's the best player, isn't he?
It's silly. It's kind of like you're fighting a war, and it's like, that's like one of the best guns ever. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's a proper fuck-off machine gun, like a real good one. It's like, nah, we'll just leave that. Do you know what I mean? Just because it wasn't around for the last little fucking melee we had. Do you know what I'm saying? The little skirmish we had when we were trying to get into the proper war.
Yeah, totally agree, mate. Anyway, I think he's going to prove to be a bit of masterful business there for Manchester United, because he could have easily just let him go. He could have gone to the MLS, he could have gone to Serie A, or wherever, back to the French league, whatever, got paid a ridiculous amount. I like his attitude. I like the fact that he's happy at United. He wanted to give it another season at United. He's ageing, of course, but he's still quality. And even if he pops up and scores the odd goal or two between now and the end of the season, that will prove to be an absolute masterstroke just to get him in there. So I think that was a great bit of business. He's got the potential to, come on and score a goal in the bloody Champions League final or something. He has. He's a big game player. He's a big name. And I'm just so glad that we re-signed him for Manchester United. It would have been silly to not have him there as a backup when you got that option, Plus, who knows, maybe not even playing that backup role. He's got the ability. He could push Lukaku out the side. He's got the right mentality. I'm sure he's not come back to United to go, right, let's collect 300k on the bench here. No! He wants to get that injury, but, past him, and then get back into the side scoring goals, whether that's with Lukaku in some sort of a crazy, beastly tandem, or on his own, having pushed Lukaku out the side. That's what he wants to do.
Just talking about sat on the bench just collecting money there, I just had this weird thought of, instead of them getting, paid, bank transfers or whatever it is, they should literally just get paid whilst they're sat on the bench. So they're just sat there and these people come along and just sort of fucking, pour money into these pots that they've got, just so that we could all see how much money they were making. £50 notes just flying all over.
Okay, no, that'd be quite an interesting.
Here you are, it's like,
is that like some sort of weird game show for people on LSD?
Something like that.
Fair enough, mate, fair enough. But yeah, no, well, that's it. The results are in, lads and lasses. It's full time. Or it's pretty much full time.
Oh, Newcastle got back in with
Newcastle
a
with a late goal equaliser. Shit!
Stirring it, mixing it up there.
West Brom are looking good there for the win, leading Newcastle 2-1 for much of the evening. But Newcastle were popped up right at the end of this game to level it at 2-2. Fair play to them.
Why wouldn't West Brom look at Gary Megson as a permanent choice at the moment?
They should do,
I don't see why not. He's got a lot of experience. Old Ginger Ninja.
That's probably it, mate. They're like, we don't want a Ginge in charge,
What do you mean, we? Are you a West Brom fan?
No, I'm saying, from their perspective, we don't want a Ginge in charge. That's what they're thinking. That's a bit harsh, isn't it, But, just something about Ginger, isn't it?
Not Moisey.
Exactly. Moisey's ruined it for me for Gingers now. Moisey and Ed Sheeran, piss off.
That's it. He used to be dating a ginger, and then you told her to sod off, didn't you? When Moisey wasn't doing well.
That's right. I said, sorry, he's let down your people. I can't be seen with you out in public anymore.
That's it. As soon as she said, if we have a son, we'll call it David, you said it's over.
That's it. Middle name Moisey. Right. Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Should we wrap it up there? Let's wrap it up there. But everyone who's tuned into this video tonight, thanks for coming by, stopping by on the channel. Do us a favour, subscribe if you're new around here. Drop a massive like on the video. I'll be posting links on social media. Please share them. Give them a tweet out, whatever. Help us out, get it out there in the ether. But yeah, Manchester United comfortably winning tonight on the road at Watford. 4-2 the game is finished there. Ashley Young, what a freaking legend. Anthony Martial get himself a goal. And Jesse Lingard at the end there just to put things to bed. A little bit ropey at the end of the game though. 2 goals conceded late on another day. It could have been the start of our downfall there, but thankfully Jesse's popped up at the end there to secure it for us. Leicester have beaten Tottenham 2-1. So get in there, my son. Look at his face. He's not happy, is he? Look at it. Oh, he's smiling, putting on an act now, yeah. But he's not happy.
It's massively disappointing, and when I'm not happy, I'd rather just not talk about it. So we'll just leave that there. Full time at West Brom, Newcastle 2-2. Fair play to Gary Megson. Just boring. Well, it's probably quite an entertaining game there at 2-2, to be fair. So we'll see the highlights to that one later on. And I just want to finish things up by just saying congratulations to Prince Harry. Meghan Markle, bit of a fitting.
Fair play. Do you know what? I've never even seen her, mate. I've heard the news, but I don't even know who she is. I thought he was marrying the German Prime Minister when I heard the news, mate. It was like, who's this Merkel person? Isn't it that female freaking Prime Minister? It's like, surely he can do better than that.
Yeah, that would be very interesting.
No. But, yeah, fair play to him, royal wedding with a Yank. With an American? You're taking a piss.
Did you know Henry VIII, one of his wives, he'd never even seen, or all he'd seen was like a painting, like a portrait of Anne of Cleves or
something. Sort of like swiping right on Tinder.
I don't know which one it was. But yeah, so anyway, she gets shipped over or whatever, and then when he sees her, he thinks, nah, Menga.
Swipe left, in reality.
And just pretty much instant divorce. But it's idiot, isn't it?
What a lad.
Yeah,
what a lad.
Left. Yeah,
swipe right. Oh, nice portrait there, stick in reality the other way. See you later.
You know that geezer that working for him, whatever, that servant that had the portrait there when he swiped, yes, he lost his head, didn't he?
Yeah, with Anne of Cleves 23 written underneath it. Interest, music, politics, not getting your head cut off. Right, we'll wrap it up there. It's finished 4-2. Get in there, my son. United on the march. Have a good one. He's been Henry Hotspur. I'm the Flying Pig. We'll catch you very soon. Please do me a favour. Go over to iTunes, subscribe to the Pigcast podcast. This will actually go on there in audio format after this video has been published on YouTube. So you can also have a listen on there if that's how you like to listen to this. So get over there. Also leave a 5-star rating as a review. It'd be much appreciated there over on the podcast app. Right, thank you very much for tuning in. This is the Pig. He's Henry Hotspur. Have a good one. Come on, United. We'll see you very soon.
Subliminal.
Take it easy.